good morning, YouTube. What is a happening? What's a happening? Hot Pepper Mike, how you doing there, buddy? Oh, mighty. Yo, yeah, I would say that, but with stuff's going on, I was gonna say that they running me like an escaped slave. But yo, that ain't funny right about now. With all that mess that went down at the pier on it. All that stuff happened on Saturday, and people are still they still they still mentioning that the guy is a security guard. Um, even the mayor got it wrong. He's not a security guard. He's not a co-captain. He is actually the second in charge on that on that boat that was trying to get into was trying to dock. He's second in charge. In other words, the second in charge, on smaller boats is called the first mate. That's what he was. Older gentleman because he's got experience. What is a first mate? A first mate is the guy that knows everything about the freaking boat, but he just ain't a captain. First mate is a guy, usually he's worked his way up from a deckhand, he's done everything. That's what a first mate is. Now, yeah, I did a short yesterday talking about this, but for some reason I just want to talk about it again. The um the boat that was trying to get in the shore to trying to get to that dock, they knew those people. They've been dealing with them for years. They come every year, same time every year, to F with those people on that boat. This is what I perceived after it was explained by the ship's captain. They come every stinking year. One year, I guess the ship's captain he rented he rented a golf cart. So when they took people, on tours up and down, I guess the river or whatever the heck they are, you know, trying to make that money to pay off the crew, you know, they had a golf cart to help the elderly and the indigent to get to their cars in the parking lot. Well, they came back one time and it was gone. These idiots took it. So these fools knew they was the captain was screaming on the loudspeaker, move your boat. We need to get in. Move your boat. We need to get in. Move your boat. We need to get in. The first mate wasn't the only one that was accosted. There was a little, not a little, but a white teenager that was a part of that crew. The parents of that what the white kid are seeking to, they pending charges on these other folks because they attacked him too. The kid that jumped off the boat, I think he was a part of the crew because they showed another they showed another part, and man, there's so many videos. Oh my god, there's a lot of videos. They showed another video where with him jumping off the water, jumping off the swim to help. I think to swim to help his boss because in the end, when they finally docked, you thought those were thugs. No, see, this is what I'm talking about. I want to be that type of boss when if you attack me, my employers are like, oh hell no, and that's what it was because you seen that young it don't have with the older thugs, but you seen that young thug jumping hot with one hand across the chest, and the other one balled up at the bottom, like I'm about to fuck you up. And when they got off that boat, I seen one of them doing it. He's like, I'm about to bust you up, and just I was like, yo, I was like, yo, I'm about to bust you up. It's sad that had to happen, but you know what? It's not. These people, these weren't just regular in what that ignorant white folks. They have done this to the people on that boat because they knew the crew was black. The captain probably, don't quote me on that. The captain is probably white, and he's like, no, no, we're not going to, you know, let's not push this subject, blah 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 blah, and don't do it because the captain, you don't hear that in these in the here, but he's saying stop, stop, don't do that. The police on the way. Stop fighting, stop. Even the captain was saying that. Nah, I would have been like, nah, nah, I'm docking this thing. Y'all tie the ropes. I'm jumping in because I'm tired too. And it's sad. And again, I do not condone violence, but sometimes you got to make people recognize that, you know what? You think you're better than me? Well, I'm gonna prove. I'm gonna knock some sense into you. And some people, the only way they learn is getting some sense knocked into them. I'm sorry. And these guys ain't gonna learn. They're not gonna learn. And either they had, because the mayor announced, either they have warrants for them, or they have outstanding, or they had three of the guys had already had outstanding warrants on them. The guy that was whacking everybody with the chair. I guess the mayor was like, we want to talk to you some more. So there was no warrant out on him. I yo I wouldn't have did the white lady though, bro. I don't know, but finally, because I'm always saying something about the sisters. Well, finally the sisters joined in, and there was some form of equality. Them black women were putting their foot, and they were like, nah, nah, nah. They were fighting alongside. They were fighting alongside folks. They were fighting alongside the brothers, and it was a straight up melee. There was one kid. No, look, no, no, I'm not getting my behind whooped, and he dove into the water. The fact is, one, we're too old for that. People trying to run a business, you're impeding their business, and they waited 45 minutes. 45 minutes, and you want to act the fool. They waited 45 minutes, but you want to act the fool. Uh-uh. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on, Blue Chicken? How you doing, man? They waited 45 minutes for this bull dinky. And, the situation, anyway, any way you look at it's not right. Any way you look at it's not right. But doggone it, you know, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Enough is a freaking enough. And the guy was saying, the reason why they got such a beat down is one is in the way the captain explains. Look, they family, man. Just the night before, they all was sitting around watching movies, eating popcorn, and eating food. And they came up. They're not original. I don't think they're originally from that area, but they come up to, to sell their goods, to give tours and stuff like that. And their family, and you attacked one of their family. And you know how it is when you hire young cats, black, white, and or indifferent, and you trying to tell them do the right thing, be the right person. Don't argue, don't fuss, don't welcome in, don't argue, don't fuss. But that young nature, that testosterone that is coursing through these young black, white, Asian, whatever body. They, look, and they show that respect. When my man, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out. That was the bat signal when he threw the hat up, because his crew was on that boat staring, and they were itching to get off that boat. Oh, you just jumped. And see, this is young folks. We don't talk about it a bit older folks, but you just jumped my boss. You just jumped the guy that's always uplifting me. You just jumped the guy that's always taking care of me, got my back when I'm in trouble. If I need some extra money, this is the dude that gives me money to help me out to my next paycheck. You just jumped this old man. I'm going to take you out. And you can see they were itching to get to get to shore. And I tell you, and you can see. I don't know if there's a video where the guy explained it. Somebody got smacked so hard that it was like the smack that was heard around the world. It was like the smack that was heard. And again, I do not condone violence, but doggone it, some people deserve to get their behind whooped. And the one dude got whooped so bad he got knocked out of his Crocs. But and the fact is, and somebody said, and this is for slavery and whack. I mean, it's sad, but yo, you didn't start your life thinking like that. Somebody taught you that bull crap. Somebody taught you to be that ignorant. Somebody taught you to look down on others and not be equal or equality. Somebody taught you that crap. Somebody taught you to hate on someone working hard and asking for their due right. Somebody taught you, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself for learning it. We do that mess too and think we get away with it because we black. I remember I had it was the night. It was literally the night before I asked my wife to marry me. It was literally the night before I asked my wife to marry me, and we was in this Korean restaurant with her older brother and sisters. I didn't know how. Norma, my wife, we in the 50s. Her sisters are in the late 60s, early 70s. These are old, bunking country living in Florida. I didn't know they that country in Florida, but they country. And one of her sisters was just mad at the world. And I'm thinking to myself, and you're supposed to, she was the religious one, but you were mad at the world. And she just like that. When you push it to a side, a person, good morning, when you push it aside a person and let them get away, and I'm talking about family members right now, with their ignorance, When you let family members get away with ignorance, oh, they just like that. Don't pay them no mind. Well, no, no, I'm gonna pay them no mind because I used to be in the food service industry. I was a cook, assistant manager, not no fancy restaurant, just regular like Shoney's in Piccadilly. Um, and Papa, not Papa John's, Little Caesars Pizza. I I know about what happens behind closed doors in the food service industry. And my wife's sisters, she politely said, "Excuse me, excuse me." Now we are in a Korean themed Korean themed barbecue joint where they bring the food to the table, you cook it at the table. Everybody work there is Korean. I'm trying to get y'all to see the picture here. And she goes, "Excuse me, where are you from?" And the young gentleman, slim young, well, well dressed, even though he's in an employee uniform, he says, "I'm from Atlanta, born and raised in Atlanta." Just like you hear me clearly say that, this is what that young man said. And, and she said, "Because I cannot understand you." And I paused for a minute. You know how it takes a millisecond from when you are so surprised of the ratchetness or the bull crap that just came out of somebody's mouth that it had to resonate and register in your brain, in your little pea brain, what this idiot just said. She said, "I can't understand. I know, not can't understand. I don't understand you." In other words, you're not speaking clear enough for me. Turns out the woman was deaf, but she was too ashamed to admit it. But she said it in such a racially motivated way. "I don't understand you." And before that guy could flinch, I said, I literally said it, and right now I'm at a low tone, but I literally said in a higher tone, "Oh hell no! You didn't just say that to that young man right there." See, we black, white, and or indifferent, we let racially motivated people get away with this cluckery, so they just keep on doing it over and over and over again. And I literally said, "I know you didn't just effing say that man speaking clearer than anybody sitting at this effing table. What is wrong with you?" And she was surprised, like, "How dare you speak to me like that?" And I said, "How dare you speak to that young man like that in front of my presence? Who the heck are you to speak to that man that's handling, I didn't even care about anybody else's food, that's handling my food. Do you know what you just did?" I said, "What if he came over here and said, and everybody, oh, they grabbed their invisible pearls. What oh, I said, what if he came over here and said, and I said it to the whole restaurant to hear me. What if he came over and said, 'Nigga, nigga, 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 nigga'? Just because you black doesn't give you the right to say that to any damn body. And I got up and pulled that young man to the side. I said, "Sir, I just met these people." I said, "I literally just met these people. Please don't, please." And I calmed down. I said, "Please, please, please, for the love of God, don't hold this to my charge, what that woman just said to you." I said, "I promise you, I promise you." And y'all know I'm cheap. I said, "I promise you, you're going to get one hell of a tip when this is over." And I meant that. I gave that young man $50. But when I sat back down, because this ignorant fool was sitting right next to me, she was whispering in my ear. And I, like, again, I'm not a violent person, but you about to get smacked, old lady. And she, "How dare he talk to me? I'm old enough to be his mother, but you fucking ain't." Sorry to be mad, because I get that way. I was reminded, but you're not my mother. And and when I sat back down, she, "You're gonna apologize to me." And I looked at her. I said, "Lady," I said, "Norma must not explain something to you. I'm the last person. I promise you, I am the last of the Mohicans. But it'll be a cold day in hell before I give you I give you an apology. I promise you that." And the crazy part of that, they all, I ain't had a problem with none of the rest of them, and even the other ignorant sister that live in Atlanta. Well, you shouldn't have. No, she shouldn't have did that, because I had to get up and walk away and calm the heck down. I was ready to walk home. Cause you don't, you, boy, y'all better learn. Don't be no Karen or Ken, white, black, or indifferent to somebody that work in a restaurant. He could have took that steak and rubbed it between his gonads, his nut sack. Sorry to be sounding disgusting, but yo, y'all don't even know what they do behind the door. You better be polite. That's why you never send food back. But that's not the point. The point is you don't talk to people like that. And you stand up for what is right. What is right is you don't do such things. Those people on the boat have been accosting the people on that ship for a minute. And it's sad to say, I don't condone violence, but they deserve to get their ass whooped. It ain't gonna change nothing, but things happen for a reason. Good morning, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. But sometimes you got to, you got to stand. That's our problem. We rather, yeah, yes, you need people to videotape it, put it on social media, because see, stuff is happening nowadays. Like this, so a young black lady was getting jumped, and everybody was beating the piss out of her, including a white woman. And this was in high school. The white woman got to go home, but the young black girl, she gets suspended and a charge, an assault charge. But somebody's mother was beating on this teenager. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's mother was beating on this teenager. It's videotape. It gets on to one of the black news things, and they broadcast it. Now everybody, mama jumping in, and they going to arrest this woman finally. It shouldn't have to be like that. Yo, you don't lay your hands on folks. Nowadays, you get assault charges. It used to be you fought, fisticuffs, got suspended, or in school suspension or detention. You shook hands later on and went about your business. Nah, it ain't worth it no more. It wasn't worth it back then, but there was more respect. Uh, there was more honor in it. The bully, you just stood up to the bully, then the bully left you alone. There was more honor in it. Uh-uh. Not nowadays. It's sad because of the color of our skin. I talked about it the other day. We do each other like that. It's called colorism. Or you think you better than me. Nah, not really. Because you light skinned and you got whatever eyes and you think you better than me. If I thought I was better than you, I'd say it. If I have a problem with you, I say it. I'm no better. Actually, in God's eyes, I'm a wretch undone. Hello. Say that again, there, preacher. I'm a wretch undone. I shouldn't even be alive. But God granted me 8 years. And damn it, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to enjoy every moment, every minute, every hour. Thank you, Lord. Because I should be dead. So I'm not better than none of y'all. I just tell more about the truth. I'm not getting on YouTube talking about, hey, I know everything, and I know everything about everything, and I'm the expert. Read what it says for entertainment purposes only. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm having fun freaking doing it. I'm having fun. You got to learn how to have fun. After all these years, I'm finally out of survival mode and I'm still not used to it. My wife wants to do stuff for me for my birthday and I get aggravated as hell. I had to apologize. Because I never got nothing. I never had nothing. I was never appreciated. Now I'm blessed with a woman that said we got to do this, and I'm gonna get you this, and she taunted me. I literally said, don't give me nothing, cause I'm getting aggravated. Then I had to come back and apologize. I said, baby, I'm sorry. I'm still not used to being loved. I'm still not used to being cared for. I'm still not used to being appreciated. I'm still not used to it. And boy, that fucking hurts. I just realized that. Yeah, of course, as always, we're all over the freaking place. I'm not used to it. But doggone it, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn to get used to it. I'm gonna figure it out. I promise you that. We gonna figure it out. You know, sometimes, not sometimes, you gotta start learning how to do the right thing, even if everybody else is against you. Like one of them people, one of those white people should have just jumped in front of that black man and said, "Hey, yo, don't do this. Don't do this. We'll get out the way. So and so, stop being a dick. Move the boat. Y'all, they've been waiting for 45 minutes. Yeah, y'all be mad at me. Come on, let's stop this." Somebody in the midst of all that drama should have just jumped in and said, "Stop this." Somebody in the midst of all that drama should have just said, "Look, it's not. It's not gonna go right." See, because see, when you do that stuff, when you act the fool in public, there's so many people welcoming, welcoming. There's so many people with the cameras, and then you start out, especially Black Twitter. Yo, you want to find out? You want to find out the dirt? I think these people they own a convenience store. They might as well do a fire sale. You got to think, ain't that much beer in the world. I had to sober up to, oh. I'm sorry, we wrong. We don't need to be in the midst of this mess because you can hear the banjos playing. Yo, you're messing with my money. I better learn. I better learn real effing quick to have some damn sense. But nobody had none. No one had none. We laughing, and you going upside people's head with a chair. Yo, that's more than that's more than just throwing fisticuffs. They dropped the charge with you going up with a chair, bro. Wow. Again, I'm not saying right or wrong. The cops, the cops wasn't really doing shit, doing stuff. They really wasn't doing nothing until my man hit the woman in the head. He's like, okay, I know. There's about 30 people videotaping it. I got to arrest you. I got to arrest you now. Of years of oppression. I was letting you I was letting you get your rocks off. Then you hit the hit the woman. You hit the white one, and then you hit the white woman. I could let you get with redneck Joe over here, but you hit the white woman. Uh-uh. And it should not have went that far, but it did. It should not have grown that far, but it did. And it's sad, and I'm sorry that I'm giggling when I say that because you just people that got gray on their face know a whole you young cats, y'all ain't really seen nothing. Y'all ain't really been in situations, and I gotta say it like that. Y'all ain't really seen nothing. Y'all ain't been in some of y'all might have, but a lot of y'all ain't. Y'all ain't been in race riots and seeing some of the mess that we have grown up in the 70s and the 80s, the crack era, and watch the cops and and the situations. Y'all ain't seen all that, and I'm happy you haven't. And they try to drown it out, but y'all ain't really seen you know y'all ain't seen real hoods. I mean, I remember years ago, I went to see my brother in the Bronx, right before the countdown. And I pulled up and I said I was outside. He ran out. He ran out the apartment building. He's opened up the hood. He's opened up the hood. He pulled off my distributor cap. He said, "Let's go." He said, "What?" He said, "Run, nigga." He said, "Run, nigga, run." And I heard bottle rockets fuzz blowing, buzzing by my head. And I said, "Somebody shooting off fireworks." He said, "That ain't no effing fireworks. They're shooting at us." And I was like, "Oh shit! Oh snap!" I'm being polite, and I started running. Oh crap! and screaming like a bitch. Ah! I'm screaming like a bi whatever. Ah! And we laughed about it later. But this is what happens in certain areas of the world. This is what goes down, you know? And you laugh about it. And I mean, it ain't funny now, but back then, I'm like, because you talk about drinking and driving, boy, I was lit. I drove, I don't know if I drove from Portsmouth, New Hampshire to the Bronx or Groton, Connecticut. I forgot where boy, I was lit. I was lit, boy. Drinking, that was some real drinking. That was over the road drinking and driving. There, I wasn't a truck driver. I was in the military, guys. Just so you know. Just so you know. But you know, and again, I. Oh Lord, yeah, I'm lost for words. I'm gonna get a phone call. Hey, you can't be umming. You can't be umming on your live. Humming, humming. Oh yes, I'm delirious. I just. Oh boy, yeah. It's alright. I'll be okay. I'm waking up because I'm talking to my internet family. You know, I say welcome to the quiet storm. We can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. I wish I had my little my audio box with my buttons and whatnot. Well, welcome to the quiet storm. I can't wait to get home to do my lives. Oh my god! And I told my wife I loved it. She said, "Well, the one I got you had a portable microphone." I said, "Well, why didn't you let me have? Well, you said you were so happy with that one." I said, "I was took the other one too." I'd have had a ball with it, but no, it's okay. And you see what? Um, I finally have I finally have people in my life that appreciate a good present, and and I have fun nowadays looking for a good present. I don't ask you what you want. I know what you want because I've been listening quietly. Quietly, I know your personality. I know what you want. I've been listening quietly to um to your wants and your needs, and I got a doozy of a present. Got to save up for this one. I got a doozy of a present for a certain person. I'm not gonna tell them because they be like, "Oh God, no, blah blah blah." I'm not saying nothing because they might be listening. They might be listening on this live. um, but again, if you're running into a roadblock, if you're running into, of course, I'm all over the place. But if you're running into a roadblock, trying to come up with subject ideas, if you notice, I push back. I've had this subject, you know, we come up with our next land adventure. We're going to Aruba. We're going to Aruba in 2025. That gives us time to save because, yo, Aruba is expensive. But I really, that was the idea of the live. But that's all I got. That's all I got. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, that's with Frugal Mama. Hey, she's coming up next with the workout. You got to get your fat behind up in there and hang out with Fuga Mama, do them arms and them stretches and them lifts, cause she gonna be up there with the to the left, to the left. Y'all watch it, check her out. Wellness with Fuga Mama. the head honcho, I know she's still in his pass through. Boss Lady Extreme, Miss T with the T. Well, and I bring it everywhere. The cooking shows. My main man, Hot Pepper Mike, with the growing inside, because he lives up in Blizzard country. Hot Pepper Mike lives up in Blizzard country, but he has a forest in his office, in his house, in his garage. That I'm telling you, if the end of the world come, and I get hungry, I'm calling up to Mike's house, because I know at least I'm gonna have some vegetables, a lot of different jalapeno. I bet the Scoville units hopefully ain't too high, because he like that hot stuff hot. You know what I mean? uh, uh, my man from over on the other side of the planet, Blue Chicken came through, you know, Aussies, and see, we don't know. See, y'all don't hear the stories. These folks like to mess with the wrong people. The Aussies, another one. You don't want, well, I don't know how I got to the subject of Samoans, but you don't want to mess with no Samoans, or the guys that are out in the outback or whatever. I don't know why Australia ain't nowhere near Samoa. I don't think, but they do that rugby. You don't want to mess with no guy that be doing that rugby. Rugby is a whole lot different than football. They'll put their foot up your behind and be done with it. You know what I mean? And there's different words that are derogatory towards our people also over there. I'm not gonna say the word. I think because I see the video, I was like, oh, dude, he set him straight. But back to the original story, because yes, I'm all over the place. If you're running into a roadblock trying to find subjects for your videos, sit back and ask yourself, am I having fun? Am I having fun? Am I not having fun? You got to figure out what is going on. You're being too serious. You're you're going to give yourself a coronary. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy myself, because I've had so many years of not having fun. I've had so many years of you know, not enjoying life. You know, you know. I bring it every day. She does videos on on cooking, and cooking healthy, and healthy. Do you guys know that olive oil, avocado oil, fish oils, these are essential oils that the body needs. Do you know that Crisco oil that comes in a can, that was originally, and don't quote me on this, but I've seen it on the video, that was originally made to lubricate parts on an airplane. Tell me that ain't nasty. Do you know that fat, the butter, margarine is not good for you? The guy, I think it's in the 50s or the 20s or whatever. He went to and had he paid to have people, these doctors, change the narrative that they do this Crisco oil and all that other, these other different types of oil, and not do the butter and the olive oil and the avocado oil and the fish oil. And why you say that? Because I had high cholesterol, and this is not a commercial. This is the God's given truth. I had high cholesterol, and I tell you, I promise you, The doctor told me, and I was doing keto at the time, and I do off and on a lot of times dirty keto, and I just calm down and keep my eye on it. And I was doing the keto, and I when the doctor said you got high cholesterol and put me on these pills, I promise you I went full tilt boogie on this keto. Boy, my ketosis, the urine strips were dark purple. I went full tilt boogie. And you know what I would do in the morning? I couldn't stand it. And this is what real heavy duty keto users do. The bacon fat, the butter, I was on everything. I would take a gulp, like you would take a swig of liquor out of a bottle, like an alcoholic. I would take a swig of olive oil, and I'm telling you, talk about nasty and about to throw up. I would take a swig of olive oil every morning, a big swig, and follow it guzzling water so I wouldn't throw it up. One, boy, talk about a laxative, clears you out. But it also replenishes the right fats that your brain needs and your body needs to survive. I lost a whole lot of weight, and guess what? My cholesterol dropped like a brick. My cholesterol levels dropped like a brick. I have a bottle of olive oil in the back right now. I hate doing it, but I'm gonna have to get back into getting that swig on in the morning. Oh my God, it's the worst feeling ever, and then your stomach be bubbling like, oh my God. But your brain needs that essential fat, and and I'm telling you, I was really heavy high cholesterol. They put me on these drugs and everything, and my cholesterol dropped like a brick. Took me right off. As soon as she tested me again. Oh, you don't need this. What did you do? I told her. I said I went full tilt boogie on my keto, and these are the things. I'm starting to lose weight, and I'm not really dieting right now. I hope I'm okay because I can tell with my ring finger. I can tell with all the other things. I'm slowly starting to lose weight. I'm below my my oh my God, I'm below that spot where I get after coming back from a cruise by eating so much. See, I have levels of fatness. I have levels of fatness. Like, I'm below that point of, oh man, I got to get back on my game. I got to get back into the lifestyle. Yada yada yada. I'm at that level of my, I have levels of fatness. But one thing I don't do anymore, I don't call or say that I'm on a diet, because when you say you're on a diet, you're restricting yourself, and you're subconsciously telling yourself that I'm eventually going to stop doing this. But and this is just my opinion. When you say this is a life change or lifestyle, I'm going to do this. I'm going to live by this, and I'm going to try my best. And when I falter, like what when I go to the supermarket and buy a jar of peanut butter and eat the whole thing whole, when I falter, I'm not going to be depressed and go, oh God, I'm a fat behind, I'm never gonna lose weight, and then start eating food and a gallon of ice cream and a donut and 5 packs of Reese's peanut butter cups and then throwing it up in the middle of the night. No, I'm not gonna do that no more. 'Cause it's unfortunately that's what I used to do. I'm like, okay, well, I faulted. I got to get back on my game. I made, I didn't make a mistake. I intentionally ate the mess. I'm gonna get back on my game. I got this. And eventually, you keep getting back on you keep getting back. You keep getting back. You keep getting back. You're eventually going to figure out what works for you. Everything does not work exactly the same for everybody. Even though we're joking, get up there. If you got time, get up there, exercise with Frugal Mama, because guess what? We all were not big hubba bubbas at one time. We were teenagers that could go miles and miles and miles and do this and not be out of breath and not have pains and spots of our body that we didn't know we could have a pain at. You got to get out there. You know, I'm talking all this mess now, and when I get off the day from driving, I got to walk the parking lot. I got to do something. I got to do some squats or do something. You know what I mean? You got to get out there and you got to figure it out. You got to figure out what works for you, but you got to keep going. Like I'm on a mission because when y'all if Miss V come in, I'm on a mission. I'm trying to do something. If it's going to be a short, if it's going to be a live, if it's going to be a short video or something, I'm doing something every day till my birthday. And I think I'm gonna calm down on the heavy liquor, and I'll probably have me some twisted teas and just relax. Because I think the alcohol is doing something to my feet. I think I'm it's aggravating something. So I gotta test stuff out because if I gotta let it go, got to let it go because I don't like that pain. I don't like that pain one bit. And see, when I start figuring stuff out, and I say, well, I got to let it go. I got to let it go or calm it down. Let's start with the calm it down first. I got to calm it down. But if calm it down don't fix it, and I got to let it go, going to have to let it go. Going to have to let it go. Going to have to say deuces, peace out. But we'll see. It's so funny. I started and it just didn't dawn on me. The sun's up. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. Oh, let me stop. I don't want your ears bleeding. But we need to, I was thinking about it because see, it was so strong with the hypathon and it just died out. Guys, if you get a chance, please, please, please. I'm not saying do a super run through my videos. Just go back, pick a video, play it, leave a comment, help a brother out. I'm trying to grow my hours. We don't want to piss off the algorithm because I think that, Miss V said the algorithm, you watch if you run somebody's playlist, you might actually like stuff. But if you run somebody's playlist and it'll see it and, I'll get in trouble or whatever. But if you get a chance, just run one or two videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. And please, 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 and thank you. Because I'm trying to get to the next level. The next the next level. But we'll figure it out. But we need to get a conglomerate, the people that come on Monday through Friday, um, like next hour is Wellness for Frugal Mama. Check her out. And then we should if find someone that's after Wellness Frugal Mama. Watch them. I know 8 o'clock Central Time. Cruising is fun. But anytime they have their live. Uh, I check them out. We need to figure. Let's figure this out. Let's help each other get to the next level. What you could be monetized now, but we want to get you to the next level of monetization. Not have that little $5 check a month, but that $500 check a month. That next level. I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I I want to have If my son ever has a granddaughter, a child, I want to have my grandchild could see this is what Grandpa used to do. This is what Grandpa went through. You know, driving an 18 wheeler is not the easiest thing in the world. I kind of make it easy, but it's really not. I woke up, shrugged. Getting up for this live actually helped me. It actually helps me to get my behind up. I woke up, oh crap, it's 5:30. I gotta get up. I gotta get up and do the live. You know what I mean? Gotta brush my teeth, wash my face. Well, wash off. I slept in a parking lot, and you know, you got to look at all the good that things come of because of the whatever situation you go through. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut that short. Yo. Oh no. Hold up. Before I let go. Hey, let's bring this to the forefront. Only the newbies be in the daggone truck stop washing taking showers all day, every day, because these things they went they're either 15 or $20 now. Fuck that. Y'all just gonna smell the crack of my stank ass. I'm not paying all that money. I got a bucket, a bowl, a bucket, and then some soapy water and a wash rag and baby wipes. No, I'll scrub down when I start smelling myself. When I start smelling myself, we got to scrub down. You know, my wife be laughing. She be like, hey, honey, hey, how you doing there, stinky booty? I was like, oh. So it's like that. Yes, she said yes, it's like that. And when I go home, she be like, you need to head to the showers. I'm sending you to the showers. But again, I spent the night in the parking lot. This is the real deal with driving a truck. This is the real deal. And it was so funny. She was laughing. I was like, the other day, I was like, oh my God. She said, what's the matter? I said, I'm smelling myself, so I must be extra funky. I said, I got to go clean up. And she was cracking up. She couldn't stop laughing. I said, oh my God, I stink. And when it's when you're around funk for so long, it don't bother you no more. But when it's so funky that it's bothering you again, you're like, oh my God, I got to go wash up. And I got lucky to come through the house, boy. I said, hold up, baby. I got to jump in the shower. And she just started laughing. And honestly, I'm still kind of, I'm still kind of terrified to go into these showers at the truck stop because of COVID. You're walking around barefoot or slippers, but I don't know. There's 100 to 1,000 people. There's hundreds of fat, greasy, stank ass grown men coming through there, and they. I don't know what they got, and I'll be honest, I'm still scared. So I'd rather sit in my truck with a big bowl of soapy, and I don't have just regular soap. I have African soap. If you ever wash with African soap, it's like washing your ass with sandpaper. But that stuff is like acid on your stink behind booty. Every time I go home, I load up on African, not Dove, not all these fruity, tooty, woody, whatever. It looks like a big it looks like a big block of brown turd. I load up on African soap and I wash, scrub down from top to bottom. And that stuff, there's one thing I don't, what? I don't change up on. And I ran out, and I started using the regular men's, shower, whatever, and I was itchy and everything. So my body is used to it, and I that's what I use. But yeah, I'm a stink ass, but I ain't worried about it. I got a woman. I just don't want to smell me till I get it in the shower. I got a woman. I'm not out here to be playing. I'm not out here I'm not out here to be smelling fresh and walking around brand new cakes and all that. I look like a hot mess. I look like a homeless man out here. Don't shave. Don't and she, I want you to shave. And I'm not shaving. I'm not. I'm enjoying, and I'm just being me. And when I get too funky, okay, I got to wash. It's getting stank up in here. But yeah, yeah, that's too much FYI. But like I said, I scrub down every day. But I'm not putting my butt somewhere where I'm afraid, until they give me the all clear. I don't know. Hey, but again, that's why it's called Stinky Booty Confessions. Because I'm confessing. People come on here and tell the truth. Yo, I stink. Probably smell like ass right now with some dial deodorant on. But I don't give a flip. I got a job. I'm I'm losing weight. I don't care. I don't give a flip, and I'm still alive. I ain't got COVID. I ain't got this flu or that flu or whatever. And I scrub my behind every night. And a lot of times the truckers won't see. They won't admit it. If they miss something, they'll have the baby wipes emergency. They got the big bro type baby wipes. They figured out that truckers use baby wipes. Now they came in with these big bro type wipes. They big giant ones. Everybody said there's initiatives out here. That's how it goes. I'm telling you, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Oh man. Hey Bam Nola, how you doing, buddy? Hey, yo, I put the heavy dose of nitrogen down after I had to change the cut on the grass, and I'm noticing on my camera that it's starting to green up. We'll keep an eye on it, but it, that grass is going to be the death of me. But we're figuring it out. But we're gonna figure it out. But okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down because we've had enough of the ratchetness and the funky booty, the stinky booty confessions this early in the morning. Hey, Urban God, I bet you My Little Pony watches her butt. My Little Pony, inside joke, inside joke. And I'm not talking about you, Urban God. I'm talking about the cartoon My Little Pony. So I don't want to, spit that. I don't. I don't want to start nothing because it won't be nothing. See, you got to learn how to make it. If nobody else gonna laugh, you gotta learn how to laugh. Laugh at every damn thing. And laugh at the fact that you know you're a hot mess. I'm a hot mess, and I'm happy I'm a hot mess because 8 years ago I was a miserable mess, not knowing what was going to happen the next day. And God stepped in. He stepped in right on time, as always, to put me on the right path. Good friends, good family, family meaning my wife and my son. Let's close out with a word of prayer since we talked about all this funkiness. Lord, Lord, I pray that you come in today and give me the strength to go wash my behind and smell pretty and dainty for the rest of the world. because you know I don't care. But I thank you for keeping all of us healthy and all of us on the right path, and giving us strength. Lord, I pray that you encourage each and every one of us, all of these content creators, to go forth and create and be blessed. Lord, bring people to their channels. Help them grow. Help them grow in a mighty way. Encourage their thought processes so they could come up with new ideas to pull people towards the marvelous YouTube light. Because YouTube is fun. You learn, you grow, and you just have fun. But if anybody's in need of something, Lord, I pray that you have blessed them in a mighty way. Even though, yes, we're joking and having a fun time, but bless them in a mighty way, encourage them, and as always, forgive us of our sins because we've all fallen short of your glory. And even bless those for those that don't believe. They still your children in my eyes, and in yours too. Guys, y'all have a blessed day. And as always, if you don't know, now you know. God loves you and I love you too. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.